Hola, muy buenas a todos jugones y jugonas, un saludo, ¿cómo estáis? Bienvenidos a mi canal, vuestro canal, bienvenidos a otro capítulo más de Deadly Premonition 2. Continuamos con la aventura, como podéis ver he seguido grabando, estáis viendo pues el final del capítulo anterior, todavía no hemos comenzado el siguiente capítulo, el capítulo 3, que lo vamos a hacer pues de inmediato. Antes de continuar, por supuesto, agradeceros que estéis al otro lado de la pantalla viendo este vídeo, viendo esta serie. Y ya sabéis que si os gusta el contenido solo tenéis que hacer clic en un like, suscribiros al canal y activar las notificaciones haciendo clic también en la campanita que tenéis justo al lado de la suscripción. Así estaréis al tanto de todos los vídeos que vaya subiendo al canal. Por supuesto, venga, vamos allá. Y a ver qué no sé... Ah, mira, podemos guardar, perfecto. Pues no sé. No, vamos a buscar un manual. Espérate, me he pasado. Aquí. Este que es el último. Pues aquí. Sí. De acuerdo. A ver dónde aparecemos ahora. Ah, es verdad.
Soon. I'm almost there. Just... Please, someone. Stop that noise. Please. I'm begging you.
Oh.
Oh.
2019. Está obsesionado, con el rojo este. Top Zombie, las afueras de Boston. Mira, estamos otra vez
Let me
con
try and summarize this.
con el agente del FBI. Vale.
Helena Doman was the mastermind behind the entire incident. But Helena Doman was actually P.J. Clarkson's son, who had severed ties with the family. Helena was also known as Professor R, the mother brain behind the drug known as Sang Rouge.
Vale, voy a apuntar una cosa. Si no se me olvida.
That's right.
Vale.
She was responsible for everything?
Not everything, but most of it. Almost everything went according to her plan.
But if you'd already figured out that much, why did you continue to stay in Lucare?
Because we had to.
You had to. Whatever.
The goddess was still there.
Exacto.
The goddess.
The goddess of fertility.
Lise Clarkson's body.
Not her. She was as beautiful as a goddess, but she wasn't the goddess.
Then who is the goddess of fertility?
The person at the root of this.
Is it some kind of metaphor? For example, the vast wealth that the red powder yielded.
The goddess of fertility embodied abundance on the outside. But on the inside, and that void was threatening to swallow up all of Lucare.
Le hace vomitar el llanto de un bebé.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Are you okay, Mr. Morgan? Morgan almost sounds like a prophet talking about the end of the world. Vague, elusive, and intent on deceiving those who listen. But every now and then he adds an interval of truth. Patricia Clarkson is one of those. She's something special. Something
Vale, no tenemos mucho que ver. Vale, montón de cartas, cenizas. Y el tic nervioso de la pierna. No hay mucho más. Nah, vale, vamos a mirar primero las cenizas.
The logs in the center look far more burnt compared to the rest. Almost looks like they were used in conjunction with some kind of accelerant. Did you recently burn something there?
It's our fireplace. We're free to use it as...
I see traces of resin, which leads me to believe you burned up some sort of toxic substance. It doesn't matter what kind of fireplace you have. Burning anything other than firewood in it is dangerous. Next time, don't burn it up at home. Dispose of it like you would any other non-burnable, especially if it was something like a smartphone or a USB memory stick.
Non-burnable refuse like a smartphone? Let's be serious here, Belle. That's exactly the sort of data one needs to thoroughly immolate. Remember what you learned at Quantico.
Vale, no creo que haya tirado un smartphone. Un smartphone, para quemarlo. Vale, montón de cartas antiguas.
You're still searching for Patricia, yes?
La búsqueda de Patricia.
You don't need to worry about that. We're investigating. In fact, we've almost reached our... We just need to find some conclusive evidence.
Oh, we sincerely hope that's the case. Hard to believe, though. After all, so far you've just been barking up the wrong tree.
Barking up the wrong tree.
That's right. You shouldn't be wasting time here. You should be out there.
Then I'll just ask you straight away. Do you know where she is?
No. We don't. But we can feel her. When we close our eyes. It's very faint. But we can see her.
Are you trying to distract me again? Or do you really expect me to believe you're clairvoyant or something?
What do you think we are, X-Men? It's metaphysical offender profiling.
He actually asked me where Patricia is? Does he have full confidence that we'll never find her?
Hostia puta. O sea que Patricia ha desaparecido.
Fine. I can deal with that.
¿Tantos años después? Curioso.
I'll just ask him everything I can about the Le Carré case.
Vale, ¿y el tic nervioso de la pierna? ¿Ya no lo tiene? Mierda. Fotografía de Liz congelada. Hay más aquí, espérate. Envases de leche.
This square area enclosed by milk cartons. Is it another sanctuary? The more I look around, the more I feel like there's some sort of system to all. The sanctuary on this table. The fireplace
Y el de la mesa.
and the milk carton sanctuary.
Coño, además están vacíos,
They all lead into the room back there.
¿Puerta? ¿Qué puerta? ¿Esa?
And there's one more by the window, and yet another by my feet. Are they signs? Or is this all some sort of path?
Hey, Belle. Is that a serious
Princess?
question?
Of course it is.
We're drying them out. We line the milk cartons up to dry them out, so we can turn them into Halloween decorations.
Halloween? It's only January.
This is America, land of the free. Got a problem with that?
Hostia, qué rarito eres, Morgan, macho. Es un poquito de grima. Vale, a ver la fotografía si nos dice algo más.
By the way, how did the FBI find Lisa's body after 14 whole years?
That's none of your business.
Are you saying they just happened to be investigating the Clarksons' cold storage warehouse? That there was some undercover terrorism plot afoot there?
I said it's none of your business.
Well, then we'll just have to guess. It was an anonymous tip. A tip related to San Rouge.
¿Se lo diste tú?
Did we hit the nail on the head, Belle? But that's not what we want to know about. After all, the FBI gets hundreds of tips every day. Right, my fairy? It was always that way, even back when we were on duty. Here's what we really want to know. Why, out of all those tips, did you select that one? Would you tell us that much? Belle, what urged you to make a beeline straight for this case?
That's none of your business.
Vale, caso Le Carré.
So you think Alina was murdered by Helena Doman, her own brother?
Pues no lo
No,
sabemos.
not her.
No, claro, no puede haber sido ella. Sí, se voló en pedazos.
Galena was someone else.
Then who killed her?
It's written in the report, isn't it?
Yes. But I'm asking you, would you mind answering me in your own words? You see, I find your entire story highly suspicious.
It's a complicated matter. Extremely complicated.
Don't let him draw you into his game. Stay calm, Aaliyah Davis.
Vale, reflexión de Aliyah.
The future influences the present just as much as the past. You asked me why I spent an entire 2 days observing you before I came to speak with you. Well, here's why. Over those 49 hours, I observed the intervals between your actions, when you were neither doing something nor doing nothing. I intently studied your intervals between action to action. People reveal everything during the intervals between their actions. For example, when you eat alone versus eating with someone, the most prominent differences always appear when someone either begins or finishes eating a meal. And since these are unconscious actions, they can't be consciously hidden. When you prepare to eat or finish eating, when you move in to clean up, when you pick up a book or close one, when you raise a cup of human actions speak volumes. Not even the person doing the actions is conscious of them. It's what lies in those inner... That's my modus operandi.
Pues tienes razón, ¿eh?
And here's the conclusion it helped me reach. There's one other person in this house. Isn't there?
You're incredible. You outdid all our expectations. Impressive, to say the least. You're right, Belle. But only half right.
Half?
You should still be proud, though. Honestly, we never thought you'd make it this far. You've got real talent.
Vale, ¿y dónde está esa persona? Porque...
If this goes to court, I won't let you claim that your testimony is inadmissible just because of your little indulgence there.
Fine by us. We can even put it in writing if you want. We won't run or hide. Will we, my fairy? Where's the paper? I know I had it around here somewhere. Where is it? Oh. We're fine.
Hey, everything okay? What's going on out here? Oh, don't tell me.
He's just suffering from nausea. I was more worried about you. You were in there for quite some time.
Yeah, sorry. Ever since you got here, I've been all backed up.
Morgan, can you stand?
Oh. Is this a sign from a coffee? What could it be? What is it trying to tell me? Think.
Is that a dragonfly?
¿En serio ha dibujado eso el café?
Footsteps. Big footsteps. Footsteps. Big footsteps.
Como las que encontró en el congelador ese.
Some odd fella was following her around. Stalking her like.
That poor girl, Lise. She was into the really bad stuff.
The Red Soul has the power to amplify the unique characteristics we all possess. Mentally and physically. That's why I created the Holy Red Powder.
You okay? Hey.
We're fine. Just feeling a little tired. Would you take us to get our medicine?
Sure. It's in the bathroom, right? Seems like he's calmed down a little. We should let him rest for a while.
One more step and I could have cornered Morgan. But so be it. I can still keep investigating even if the owner of this chair isn't present. Simon Jones, what a piece of work. How can anyone have such bad timing?
Desde luego. Ya no solamente inoportunos, sino que cualquiera diría que este es policía. Y más del FBI. Tiene una pinta de palurdo. A ver, si yo dónde estaba Zack.
Shouldn't you look after him?
I gave him his meds and let him rest.
Let him rest where?
In the bathtub. It happened to have a blanket and a pillow in it.
What? But why?
I don't know. Maybe he sleeps in the tub. I feel like I saw that once in some vampire movie.
I don't know what you're talking about. More importantly, how long has he been like that?
It's stage 4 cancer. He's had it for a while now.
No. I'm talking about his face. It looks as white as a sheet. You can even see all his veins. I've never heard of any cancer side effect like that.
Cierto.
Who knows? But now that you mention it, he started going really crazy around the beginning of December.
In what way?
He changed pizza places.
This better not be another joke.
It's not, really. It's before December, he always used to order delivery from a Chicago-style joint all the way up near Medford. But one day, he took one look at one of their trademarked
Red, huh?
You better believe it. He started screaming gibberish at the pizza boy and chased him away. Next thing I know, I see him toss the pizza box out his...
Do you think that's when his fear of red began surfacing more prominently?
Beats me. I mean, there isn't a better Chicago-style pizza place that delivers... How could someone give up on that just because they don't like the box? I don't get it.
Were you serious for even a fraction of that story?
Se nota que le afecta el color rojo, sí. A ver, reflexiones de Simon y cajas de pizza vacías. Hay algo más ahí. Bolsas de gotero vacías. Las pizzas.
What's wrong, Aaliyah? You hungry or something?
Excuse me?
Well, you're staring right at an empty pizza box.
Please don't compare yourself to me. Besides, I have a refined palate.
Hey, that was uncalled for. Pizza is a sacred food. Remember, you don't need to feel embarrassed for being unable to stop staring at it. It enthralls all who gaze upon it. That's the power of pizza.
Stop, Agent Jones. I've had enough of this sacred pizza. I'm sick of you Chicagoans and your obsession with pizza. Pizza, pizza, pizza. 24 hours a day. That's all you ever talk about. What's next? You gonna launch into a tirade about how deep dish is the only proper way to make pizza?
No, Aaliyah. You just don't get it, do you? As a Chicagoan, I'm proud of the deep... But get this. I love New York style. It doesn't matter what kind of pizza it is. As long as it's a pizza, it's beautiful.
Joder, macho. Qué obsesión con la pizza,
What?
por favor.
Still don't get it?
Pues no.
Okay, here. I'm gonna put it in terms that I'm sure even you could understand. All pizzas are created equal. Eat your heart out, Nietzsche.
¿Eh?
Just forget I mentioned anything.
Madre mía. ¿Qué para que psicoanalizas a las pizzas, tío? ¿O qué pasa? Vale, bolsas de gotero vacías.
Why do you think he's trying to survive so badly?
What do you mean?
He who has a why to live can bear almost any how.
No more Nietzsche. Please, just stop. I feel like my ears are gonna start bleeding.
Hey, Agent Jones, wanna know why I love Nietzsche's quotes so much?
¿Por qué?
Sure.
I first discovered Nietzsche in a shelter after Katrina. At the time, I was shell-shocked, hopeless. How could a 13-year-old girl go on living alone with her little brother? Then, in that shelter, I met a college professor. His school was damaged by the hurricane, too, and got closed down. He also lost his family and was living there in the shelter, just like me. So we gradually started spending more time together. I'll never forget the 3 months I spent with him.
3 meses, tío, en el refugio. Te cagas.
He loved Nietzsche. And out of all of Nietzsche's quotes, there was one from Thus Spoke Zarathustra that he repeated over. Better know nothing than half know many things. Better be a fool on one's own account than a sage on other people's approbation. I thought it was a strange quote to hear from a college professor, you know? Why would he think it would be good to be a fool? But I understand what he meant now. He was trying to encourage my little brother and I, so that we'd be able to bear the weight of the victim label that was about to be slapped onto us, so that we could go on respecting ourselves without ever succumbing to all the patronizers. After that, my grandmother in Lafayette took us in. And that was the last time I ever saw the professor. But whenever I quote Nietzsche, my memories of him come flowing back into my mind, and they give me the power I need to keep pressing on. So I'm going to keep quoting Nietzsche, just to make sure I don't forget my roots.
Oh, I see. Nietzsche is to you what pizza is to me.
Pues mira, se podría decir que sí.
Sorry for giving you a hard time about it. You are free to go on quoting him whenever you want, of course. I won't say another word.
Agent
Lo que
Jones.
pasa que lo tuyo con las pizzas, muy normal, ¿no es?
What the hell is wrong with you? How dare you compare Nietzsche with pizza?
¿Ves?
Oh, come on.
Venga, reflexiones de Simon. A ver. Vale, sí. Reflexiones de Simon.
Let me get one thing straight. You started this investigation based on an What kind of a tip was it? Phone or mail?
What does that matter at this point?
This may surprise you. I always get hung up on the most insignificant, especially during the most vital times. For example, you know how people go to bed early the night before they have a big job? That's exactly the time where I start focusing. When did I last clip my nails? How long is my milk good for? I just can't help myself. It's just the way I am.
Obsesivo compulsivo.
It was sent in an envelope. Postmarked December 28th, sent out from Louisiana.
Una carta.
What did it have inside?
A postcard with a dragonfly on it. A wrapped sample of song and a note.
What did it say?
Investigate the Clarksons.
That's it?
Investigado a los Clarkson FK. Espérate. FK. Estaba pensando en Francis Morgan, pero... Y su segundo apellido es George. O sea que la K no sé lo que es.
Yes, that's it.
Who's FK?
¿Ves?
Anonymous tip, remember? It's obviously just a...
Did you confirm that?
Of course I did. Louisiana has a population of 4.5 million. The FBI database has a list of 6,682 individuals whose initials are FK.
Hostia, pues son un
One
montón.
out of every 6 individuals is a child under the age of 14, born after 2005. The remaining 5,500 people include those whose initials changed after they married or incarcerated individuals. After subtracting those, I was left... That's when I stopped searching for FK, and I decided to change up my approach. It isn't important where the tip came from. All that matters is solving the case. I got this far by taking the most efficient route possible. Are you satisfied now?
Yeah. Thanks. Yep, it all checks out.
The letter that was
Bye.
delivered to me bore the Clarkson symbol. A postcard decorated with a dragonfly. A single sheet of paper ordering me to investigate the Clarksons. And...
De acuerdo, tenemos la colección. Otra vez las cajas. No puedo subir arriba, tío. Colección de vinilos. No me deja, tío. Ahora. Tormenta eléctrica. Partida. Joder, tío. En serio. No me deja, tío. ¿Qué? Lo que hay en... No puedo, tío. No me deja ir abajo. No puedo, tío, no me deja. Lo que hay en la pata del sofá. Pero no me deja, tío. No puedo. Me deja ir arriba, tormenta, colección de DVDs, partida de ajedrez. Y ahí me manda los vinilos. Y si le doy a derecha o izquierda, me manda para los lados. ¿Ves? No, pues no puedo, tío. Nada, pues voy a mirar la tormenta. Revisar.
Ready to spill the beans, Aaliyah?
I'm afraid of thunder. Happy
No
now?
pasa nada.
Katrina? All right,
Good. Now let's get back to the investigation.
No. Hold on. Now that I think about it, that doesn't really qualify as a soft spot. What I'm looking for is more, how should I say it? Adorable? You know, something that would make you blush. There's gotta be something.
Tío, qué rarito eres, macho.
Please, I'm begging you.
I love koalas. They're just so cute. I can't resist them. All I need to do is look at a picture of one and fuzzy wuzzies swim all over me. I mean, the way they look, the way they're shaped, the color of their fur. I mean, even down to how they only eat eucalyptus. I just love everything about them. Once I get some time off, I'm gonna travel to Australia and hug one for real. That's one top 5 goals on my lifetime to-do list right now.
Pues vale.
This conversation.
Vale, a ver. Ah, mira, ahora sí me deja. Envoltorio de Sainro.
So, why did you decide to take this case?
Because it's my job.
Really? I don't buy it.
Why not?
You aren't just following orders here. You've got way too much emotion invested in this. Some kind of special emotion. There's no use trying to hide it. Despite how I may look, data analysis is my forte. I know how to see through lies. I don't mean to be nosy, but would it kill you to confide in me a little? I didn't manage to live this long simply because I'm fiendishly handsome. We're going to be tiptoeing across a thin line of legality with the rest of this case, so I'd prefer to have some probable cause. That way, at least I can back you up when you need me to.
There exists in the world a single path along which no one can go except you. Whither does it lead? Do not ask.
You're pulling out Nietzsche at a time like this?
I have a little brother. After overdosing on a certain drug, he was thrown into rehab. He's been clean for 2 years now, but he still won't utter a single word.
Joder.
All day long, he's plagued by hallucinations. He can't tell if he's dead or alive. If this is reality or if it's all a dream.
¿Y qué es la
Sang Rouge.
la droga?
That's right.
Exacto.
The doctor can't tell what's causing his condition, so they can't treat him. He just told me to prepare for the possibility that I may never get my brother back. This was
Bueno.
his. I bought it for him after he graduated high school and found a job. He never got a single chance to wear it, though. Someday, I believe that he'll get better. And I'll get to see him put this on and head out to work.
So you think that if we nab the person behind all this, we may figure out how to conquer the addiction?
Right.
You really think it'll be that easy?
I don't know. But I can't just sit around and do nothing.
What about your parents?
When I was only 13, Katrina took him, leaving my 7-year-old brother and I behind.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I've already dealt with my past. Now I'm just working as hard as I can to complete the duty I've been given.
Yeah.
Hey, Agent Jones. I just want to double-check one thing. You didn't...
Nope. Nothing in there.
It must be the bedroom, then. Just like I thought.
Are you serious about this?
Huh? Now you're having second thoughts?
Well, not exactly.
Then what?
I understand how you feel, but he's got an incurable disease. And he used to be one of us.
So? The truth he's given us so far could all be completely fabricated. He's a genius lone wolf agent who solved nothing but difficult cases during his years of active duty. That's what they told me at Quantico, at least. Over and over again. I had to listen to them talk about how no one could ever replicate the kind of work he did. But let's be real here. It was inhuman. It looked like the face of a killer who's been possessed by death. Patricia Clarkson is here, in the next room. Only after 14 years, he went back to Lucare, kidnapped her, and imprisoned her here. He's trying to complete something big right now. Something that's deeply connected to Saint Rouge.
Hostia, se pone interesante esto, ¿eh? Joder. Coño.
What is all this?
¿Qué coño? ¿Y quién coño hay en la cama? ¿Él? No, no puedo moverme por la habitación. Solo puedo ir de frente y a revisar esto.
Pictures of
Mira,
people from
por el
Lucare.
caso. Vale, Lewis, Lena, David Yaguara, Caus, no sé quién es. No sé quién es ahora mismo.
And this wall is
Víctimas.
dedicated to Greenvale.
Implicados y víctimas. Casi todos ellos, vamos.
All the deceased have been crossed out.
Cierto.
Sheriff Melvin Woods?
Coño. Hostia, no me había fijado, tío, es verdad. ¿El sheriff está muerto? Hostia, ya me ha destripado una parte de la historia, pero bueno, ¿esto qué es?
Lise Clarkson? Where's Patricia?
Hostias.
That's our altar. What are you doing?
Wow. Se pone muy interesante, la verdad. A ver el episodio 3 si nos lleva a alguna parte. Veremos morir a Malvin en este episodio nuevo. Esperamos, ya le hemos visto la fotografía y que se supone que está muerto. Ya nos ha fastidiado. Si es que es verdad que está muerto. Que vete tú a saber, lo mismo no lo está. Y como ha dicho Alilla, toda la conversación que hemos tenido con él sea mentira, sea una patraña. No lo sé. ...2005... Mira, estamos debajo del puente en el mismo sitio donde encontramos el cadáver. Bueno, donde encontraron el cadáver, mejor dicho, de la chica.
York! Agent York! York! Agent York! York! Agent York!
Chica, le afecta así el color rojo.
Hey! Agent York!
Parecen semillas.
Agent York? Hey! Hey, Agent York.
You're Lise Clarkson.
What's wrong? You're acting weird.
Sorry, Patty, I'm fine now. More importantly, do these red seeds come from some kind of plant that grows around this area?
I don't know. What do I look like, a botanist?
This isn't your average backwoods town. The Clarksons' ego and control has been piercing the town's heart like a massive dinosaur bone. But over this past century, time has been busy eroding the beast's power from within. And now, the very thing that once fortified this town is polluting it with putrid gas and rotten marrow. Zach, this is the point where it all collapses.
Investiga el altar donde estaba el cuerpo de Liz en busca de nuevas pistas. ¿Otra vez? ¿Otra vez, tío? Si ya lo estuvimos haciendo. Qué extraño. Hacer cabrillas. Esto era lo de la piedra, me parece. Bueno, gente, pues vamos a dejar aquí el capítulo. Y en el siguiente pues ya nos ponemos a investigar otra vez la escena del... Bueno, iba a decir la escena del crimen. No sé si realmente la mataron aquí, pero aquí fue donde la encontraron. Así que... Bueno, pues capítulo curioso. Y no sé si revelador, ¿verdad? Sobre todo por ese diagrama que ha encontrado Alaya. Con la muerte de... Bueno, con la fotografía de Melvin, el padre de Patricia. De, bueno, supuestamente fallecimiento. Y con Morgan, con Francis Morgan, que algo muy raro le pasa. Vale, si tiene cáncer se va a morir, pero como ha dicho ella, los enfermos de cáncer no están así. La verdad, no están así. Yo he visto alguno, por desgracia me toca vivirlo y no están así. Pero bueno, pues nada, por mi parte, pues eso es todo. Capítulo de investigación, de preguntas y respuestas, más que nada, por parte de la gente del FBI para intentar esclarecer el asunto de Le Carré y bueno, y la enfermedad de Francis, o la psicopatía de Francis, mejor dicho, y poco más. Así que, bueno, pues por mi parte eso es todo. Espero que os haya gustado el capítulo, siempre lo digo, pero me gusta recordároslo. Y ya sabéis, comentarios por supuesto podéis dejar lo que queráis y nos vemos en el siguiente capítulo de Deadly Premonition 2. Un saludo, chicos, cuidaros y sed felices. Chao.